But yeah, I feel like I want to do it like every
Yeah.
couple of years and I don't know what happened there.
Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We'll get started with our regular public meeting, July 2nd already. Is there any public comment before we get started? Seeing none, we'll move on to administrative issues. We need a motion to accept the claim for Joe Pickard alfalfa spray damage for $4,000.
I'll make the motion.
Second. Which was a spray damage by our spray crew. They got in the wrong field and sprayed some alfalfa. 10 acres. Our lead supervisor worked with Joe and they came up with a $4,000 damage. Questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next one is motion to accept the law force agreement with the city of Troy.
Make the motion. Second.
This is agreement with interlocking local agreement with Troy for 5.75 hours. At a rate of $7,744 through 2027. Comments, questions?
On that 5.75 hours, is that a week?
Yes. 299 hours a year. $25.58 in the hour. Pretty cheap.
Very cheap.
With that 5 point.
I don't know where they got these figures. Every town is different.
Yeah.
Columbus is paying $90 plus $99 and Ford's paying 25. I don't know where he got these figures from.
We like it.
That doesn't mean that it's just gonna be 5 3/4 hours. If there's more demand up there, they'll be up there. Just
Yeah, it's-
have a blanket, something, some way to put a figure on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, they just haven't been adjusted for about 7 years. Any other questions, comments, concerns? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion to accept Bingo's agreement with the sheriff's department.
Make the motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay, this is for 5.75 hours also. At the annual rate of $15,488.40. This is a 1-year contract only for 2024. Starting in July 1, ending June 30th.
How many years was Floyd's?
5.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo's is 1.
They will win 1 year.
These are all negotiated by the sheriffs. We don't negotiate it. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Next one is motion to accept the Lopper all family invoice for the fair. Second.
Second.
This is for $4,800 for 12 by 30 shade canopy. Match existing canopies.
What am I calling that?
So that will be on the east side of the show ring. So we currently have one on the south side. And we have one that's on the that goes east-west. This one will go, or I'm sorry, we have one on the south side that runs east-west, and we have one on the east side that runs north-south. This will be another one that runs on the north-south.
Oh.
Just providing some more shade for our.
Who is this Lopper all family construction?
They are he's a small contractor out of Culbertson, and he's about the only one we can get to.
Does he have a ESP bonded certified license?
As far as I'm aware, he's already
We'll have to have all
vetted.
that to pay him.
Yep.
We'll have to have that.
Yeah, and I'm sure Angela's watching. Oh, yep, there she is. Assuming we.
Is he bonded and insured?
Angela, he's bonded and insured.
He has told me that he is. I will make sure that any of that is given to us before anything were to start.
Copy that before he starts construction. Don't have it, we can't pay it.
Correct.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Motion to accept the Montana fence invoice for the fairgrounds. Second, I'm second for discussion. This is $35,500 fence contract to go basically in front of the, starts by the airports, goes around in front of the concessions. And then goes towards the weed department from the corner. I would never, I was not at the meeting this was talked about, so I don't like to hear the story behind it. I have some concerns that, you know, in the next year, National Guards Army is gonna be wanting to sell us and or hopefully give us or do some agreement with, National Guards, so we want to make sure that isn't separated. You know, is this fence gonna be in the road 2 years from now? With that, we have been saving money for a new building for this facility. We're at 200,000, saving, you know, 50-60,000 every year to hopefully build a new building. Where's that gonna go? I've never seen a master plan of anything on this. That we don't want to spend $35,000 on a fence and have that take it down in 2 years.
Correct. So the fence, so in regards to having to take it down, it is movable. It'll be, I mean, chain link fence we're all aware of is fairly easy to pull out of the ground, reuse other than your posts have been concreted in, and depending on how hard those come out, you can reuse them sometimes. So we've been talking about this fence for a long time. I do believe it was 3 years ago, we had a young lady or a young girl, I'm sorry, age 3 or 4, disappeared from her parents. Currently our fairgrounds is not secure. We cannot secure our fairgrounds in any means possible. The fence is falling down, the top rails have all been done. This is a 6 foot tall fence. But yeah, 3 years ago, we had a young lady got away from her parents, ended up out in a car. Search and rescue was involved. We had, you know, all local agencies. We ended up finding her out in the car. Luckily, she didn't pass away, but had some heat damage. So that was kind of our driving force originally behind trying to put up a fence. So yeah, and I guess in regards to where it's going to go, like you said, it'll come off. It's just going to create a straight line on the east edge of the fairgrounds. Now the current fence runs at an angle. This would square it off, come straight off the building, straight down. We would lose a little bit of parking area. However, this will give us some more area for our entertainment and things of those nature. We've also had a lot of security issues. In fact, I've got some pictures. We'll get them emailed to you. We've recently discovered some more vandalism at the fairgrounds. People have been in there shooting out lights on different buildings, things of that nature. Every year, 4th of July, we end up with fireworks in there. Other issues.
What's to the north around the road or around the airport?
We're leaving that fence at the current moment because that's
what is
nobody.
What's the fence there? It's just a 3 barbed wire fence, right?
Yes, and there's some chain link back there
So
too.
yeah, you're not secure in anything really.
It's a little bit harder to get down to the airport property than it is to get into the fairgrounds right there from, you know, the side that's easily accessible into town. It would provide us a way too, if we ever wanted to try to generate some revenue from the fair, whether it be a concert or other entertainment of those means, we would have a way of actually closing gates. 6 foot tall is a little bit taller than the 3 and the 4 foot stuff. It's not as easy to jump over. Also in our recent safety audit, I'm sure you guys all got a copy of that. That was one of the very first things the Northern Plains Compliance Consulting brought up was the pictures of our fence. And in fact, their very first comment is perimeter of the fence is rusted, broken, leaning with gaps large enough for unauthorized entries. The fence possesses security risk, injury hazards to employees and visitors, and negatively impacts facilities appearance to the community. They of course recommend immediate repair and replacement. And these are things that we as the board have been trying to push forward. Regards to the building, we understand we all want a new building there. We need a new building there. However, the price of a new building is something that we can probably accomplish within the next 5 years. That's a very long-term goal. We all realize that. This is I don't want to call it inexpensive because at $35,000, that's not jump change out of anybody's budget. But this gives us a starting point and gives our fairgrounds a better appearance for those driving by, those that maybe want to rent it for weddings or as a venue, so to speak of, and also gives us a chance to, the main thing is to secure our facility, begin the securing of our facility. We've also starting to look into the security cameras, which we have none of, that was also brought up in the safety audit.
I got one question.
Yep.
Is this the only bid that you guys got, or did you seek out more?
So 2 years ago, when we started this process of looking at it, we went to, I think. I don't wanna misquote here, was it 3 different people? And we had 3 different people say they would come and give quotes. Montana Fence Company is the only one that would show up and put a quote in.
How about the fencing company that's here in Wolf Point?
Yeah, we have a fence put around the building.
Put over here.
Did an
They
excellent
done a
job.
good
He's a
job.
local guy.
And who was that? I guess maybe we're not.
Was it
We have to
Badlands?
get the invoice out.
Badlands, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Badlands.
Badlands,
Oh,
yeah,
Badlands.
that's Matt.
If you look at the fence around our new building here.
Yep.
They did.
They done a
he's
good
local.
job.
Okay.
So maybe, it might be since they're local, it might be able to get
Yeah,
a better deal from them.
yeah, and we're definitely interested
Yeah.
in finding, the best deal for the
Yeah.
taxpayers' money by all means. I guess so as that, like you say, getting another bid on it, I guess what we would be requesting them is approval to spend that money. We could get Badlands to give a better, or somebody local to give a better bid or whatever, can we move forward with them? The problem is we're trying to get this done as soon as possible. The more times we put it off and put it out, the farther on down the road we get.
These guys might be able to just jump right in right away.
Yeah, and
I should get a hold of them and find out. I guess. I'm okay with.
I say.
Don't cement it in case you have to move.
that's, yeah, and then when I was talking to these guys, a lot of them,
Because I'm anticipating at some point that, we got first chance of refusal, I guess it's called, on that facility over there when they abandoned it. So
Just because.
if the county gets that, then that will expand the fairgrounds, and we figure the fire department will get a new building and.
in my understanding, when we talked to these gentlemen, or this company, I shouldn't say gentlemen, when we talked to this company last year, about the only thing that's gonna be cemented in is our corner posts,
Okay.
just, and again, so.
Yeah.
It's, and I guess we're also kind of going with the thought process on this. It's never gonna get any cheaper than it is today.
No, that's true. That's true.
Bill,
So I'm okay with it, but as long as you can move it if you have to.
Correct, yeah.
I just had a question that, and I know I've dealt with competitive bidding before, and is the county gonna get into a problem of you've already told the public what you have a bid for, then you go ask somebody else. They come in $10 less and they are, the county get.
Well,
I don't
I don't know.
wasn't
I'm gonna
down-
make
I
a
never saw that.
motion that
Uh,
authorizes them to spend up to $35,000 on a fence.
We already have a motion on the floor though.
Oh,
It isn't
that's
that
right.
way.
Yeah,
Was this
I-
the bid?
Yeah, that's what I need to know. That's my question is, was this put out for competitive bid? I mean, it has to be put out. for-
2 years ago, I believe it was. Am I correct on that,
Yeah,
Angela?
That don't work.
that's a long time.
I-
Yes, so it was 2 years ago. I did contact that company out of Sydney and they were not interested in trying to come out here and put in a bid again. And so I didn't know of anyone else in the area when I did searching. So if I can get a bid from the
No,
Wolf
this-
Point,
But it wasn't put out for advertised to the public for any bid.
Oh,
It was just this.
it was not advertised. No, I looked for.
Bid
people.
35,000, we have to have a competitive. But that's, okay, so now we got a motion on the table to accept this. But to me, this isn't a legit bid because it wasn't put out. for bid.
If you don't mind me asking real quick, it needs to be out for bid for 2 weeks in the local newspaper, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we always send the specs to each individual that
Yep.
we think should have it, so they get it. So they won't see the paper, but that's all part of the process.
Understood.
So, we've already had a motion in a second. So I'll ask for a vote on it, but like I said, I don't think it was a fair bid, so, all in favor of accepting this Montana fence bid, say aye. Opposed? Aye. Now we can put out, maybe we should, make a motion to put it out for bid. For a 2-week bid, and then we will, as soon as we get the bids in within the 2 weeks, make that
that won't
motion.
be late.
Would I entertain that motion?
I will make a motion to put out for bids the fence at the Russell County Fairgrounds. 2 weeks.
Second,
Second.
okay, now discussion on it, that's, and send it to the Montana Fence Company saying again, we have to put this out for competitive bid.
Yep.
I don't know if they have a. You know, it's a little tough when they've already done this, it's gonna make it a little sticky. And then, Bull Point Company, and if you have a Sydney company, and that way it's a fair bid for the, everybody around.
And just
It just meets the law.
Yeah,
Yep.
get it advertised in the paper that is going out for bids that way.
and I.
That's what the
apologize.
auditors are gonna wanna see is the advertising in the paper.
Yep, I'll send you before I leave town.
Like I said, I wasn't at this meeting, I would have recommended that, but.
Yep.
I know it was.
And that was an oversight on our part, but like I said, we've done it before and we're getting no responses.
We did stuff like that too, we stuff put it up for folks.
Might not get any response again and then
Yeah.
have to use this one.
Yeah, then it's,
That's fine.
understood.
Any discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes to re-advertise for bid. Okay, claims, a motion to accept claims for $345,798.75.
Motion.
Okay. Discussion comment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes. We have this, yeah, so we have another set of claims on June 2024 for the amount of $781,573.62.
Make the motion.
Second,
Second.
That question.
this had 911 bill in it for 900 and some thousand. We had a list of what that was.
Yeah.
What is this? This is something I've never seen before.
This payroll reconciliation?
Yeah.
I didn't have it either.
That's not a claim.
No, that's not, that shows the checks. Total amount
Oh,
of
yeah,
checks.
sorry, you guys should have that on there. You guys, yeah, you guys don't need to do anything with it, it's just payroll.
What was that? Where was it?
Yeah, we don't have nothing to do with that.
Oh, that's 71.73.
Oh, that's our payroll.
You would explain.
Yeah, I wanna know how, what that 911 bill was for. That was.
It's right here.
Because we finished off the 911. This is 348,000. And that was 781,000.
781 is for payroll.
Oh. Oh, that's the payroll one.
Yeah, and you guys don't need
Yeah.
that one, I
We don't-
have it on the
we don't
record,
need-
that's my fault.
We don't need a motion on that. one.
That's not.
No, you don't.
That's not a claim. That's, but that does tell you how much our payroll is for every year, or every month, I mean, which is phenomenal. Yes, that's not, that should,
There's no motion needed there.
no,
No.
no motion. We approved the 348,000, that's. Okay, any other business? We don't have any additional. Yep.
That 781,000, does that include salary and benefits?
Looks like
and
benefits,
everything?
911 Montana, direct deposits, unemployment, workers' comp, PRS, sheriff's retirement. Federal distribution. That's a total of everything, quarterlies. I've never seen that before.
Yes, I have.
You see the total dollar amount. but- Any other business? Motion to close.
Make the motion.
We're closed, thank you.